An emblem of human ambition cast in stone, the Great Wall of China stands as a symbol of both China's enduring strength and the myths that have long surrounded it. Stretching like a dragon across the landscapes of northern China, it conjures images of a monolithic structure built to protect an ancient civilization from the barbarians at its gates. Yet, the true essence of the wall is far more intricate and fascinating than the simplified tales and exaggerated legends that have been told and retold over centuries. The Great Wall story is one of collective human endeavor, reflecting the tumultuous history of a nation that has been both the forge and the anvil of empires. It represents not just a physical barrier against invasion but a psychological one, signifying the boundary between the civilized world and the unknown. Each brick bears witness to the dynastic shifts, the ebb and flow of political power, and the unyielding spirit of a people determined to define their destiny. In this article, we embark on a historical journey to dismantle long-held beliefs and illuminate the wall's genuine narrative. We will strip away the layers of fiction to reveal the robust framework of fact beneath. As we traverse this monumental structure, we will confront the questions it poses and uncover the realities it conceals, separating the verifiable from the hyperbolic. In doing so, we aim to afford a clearer view of the Great Wall, not just as a wonder of the world, but as a cornerstone of Chinese heritage, rich in stories waiting to be accurately told. The myth of uniformity, a mosaic of fortifications. One of the most persistent misconceptions about the Great Wall is that it is a single, continuous structure built in a uniform style stretching across China. This image has been popularized by countless photographs and tourist brochures, showing impressive, well-preserved sections of towering walls and battlements. However, the reality is that the Great Wall is not one wall, but many interconnected walls, with diverse architectural styles and materials that vary significantly along its length. The construction of the wall spans several dynastic changes over the centuries, each contributing its own distinct segments according to the unique needs and available resources of their time. The earliest walls, built during the Warring States period, were primarily earthen mounds, rammed into solidity and sometimes bolstered with wooden frames. The Qin dynasty, known for its unification of China, consolidated these walls and extended them, using a workforce that included soldiers, peasants, and prisoners. As we progress through time to the Han Dynasty, we find the fortifications expanding further into the Gobi Desert, constructed with more readily available local materials like sand and gravel, held together by rice flour. These fortifications were as much about controlling trade along the Silk Road as they were about defense, exemplifying the wall's multifunctional role in Chinese history. The most iconic sections of the wall that we recognize today, with their imposing stone structures, watchtowers, and crenellated parapets, were the work of the Ming dynasty. Facing the threat of Mongol incursions, the Ming emperors spared no expense in reinforcing their northern boundary, creating a more formidable and enduring barrier than any of their predecessors. Beyond the masonry and might, the wall also included natural barriers like rivers and mountains, which were integrated into the defense system. In some areas, the wall is nothing more than a strategic line of defense, utilizing the landscape itself to deter and delay invaders. Thus, the Great Wall is not a singular edifice but a complex and layered tapestry of construction efforts, reflecting the changing priorities and capabilities of successive Chinese civilizations. It's a story of adaptation and ingenuity, a testament to the diverse approaches to defense and governance over the span of Chinese history. The space myth, an earthly wonder not seen from the moon. The claim that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from the moon has become one of the most enduring global myths about this ancient marvel. It has been repeated by tour guides and textbooks alike, cementing its place in the public imagination. But scientific scrutiny and testimony from astronauts have debunked this myth, revealing that the wall, impressive as it is, blends into the natural landscape when viewed from such a vast distance. The origin of this myth is not entirely clear, but it seems to have been a misinterpretation of the wall's immense scale and significance. The idea of visibility from the moon speaks to a romanticized view of human achievement, the desire to believe that our constructions can leave a mark not only on the Earth but also in the cosmos. However, reality paints a different picture. Astronauts who have gazed upon the Earth from the orbiting International Space Station, which is much closer than the moon, have reported that even from that vantage point, the wall is barely discernible and only under the best lighting conditions. This observation is consistent with the understanding that, from space, human-made objects are generally difficult to see. They tend to be less prominent than natural formations, such as rivers, coastlines, and mountain ranges, which are more distinguishable due to their greater contrast with the surrounding environment. The Great Wall, largely constructed from materials that closely resemble the natural terrain, is especially hard to distinguish from orbit. Its color and texture blend with the mountains and plains of northern China, making it no more visible than many other human structures, and certainly not from the Moon, which lies some 384,400 kilometers from Earth. This revelation does not diminish the wall's grandeur or historical importance. Instead, it serves as a humbling reminder of our place in the universe. It underscores the fact that while the Great Wall is a testament to human endurance and ingenuity, our planet's natural features are what truly stand out from a celestial viewpoint. Beyond the Qin dynasty, the Ming's architectural apex. While the Qin dynasty laid the foundation for the Great Wall, it was under the Ming dynasty that the structure reached its architectural zenith. This era saw the most vigorous construction and reinforcement efforts, transforming the wall into the iconic symbol of Chinese strength and perseverance that we recognize today. The Ming dynasty, 1368 to 1644, faced frequent invasions from the Mongol tribes to the north, spurring the need for a more robust defensive strategy. It was during this time that the wall's architecture evolved significantly. Unlike the earlier rammed earth constructions, the Ming sections were built with bricks and stones, materials that have allowed these portions to better withstand the ravages of time. The Ming Wall was not merely a passive barrier but a complex military fortification. It featured watchtowers, troop barracks, garrison stations, signaling capabilities through smoke or fire, and an intricate system of roads and paths for logistics and communication. The sophistication of its construction reflected a deep understanding of military engineering and strategy. Each segment of the Ming Wall was constructed with meticulous care, often tailored to the specific terrain. The builders took advantage of natural defensive features such as steep mountains and impassable ridges, incorporating them into the wall's route. This strategic alignment with the natural landscape maximized defensive capabilities and minimized weak points. The labor force behind the Ming Wall was immense, including soldiers, forcibly recruited peasants, convicts, and even captured enemy soldiers. This massive human effort was matched by an equally rigorous administrative system that ensured a steady supply of materials and food. Records from the period detail the logistical challenges faced and the solutions employed, from the procurement of millions of bricks to the organization of transport mules and carts. Moreover, the Ming Wall was more than a static line of defense. It served as a symbol of the emperor's power and a tool for controlling the movement of people and goods. Customs duties were collected at strategic passes, which also functioned as marketplaces and meeting points, infusing the wall with a socio-economic dimension. In essence, the Ming Wall represents the height of Great Wall construction, a culmination of centuries of evolution in both design and function. It stands as a testament to the Ming dynasty's determination to protect their empire, a confluence of military necessity and imperial ambition carved into the stone of Chinese history. More than a military marvel, a tapestry of functions. The Great Wall of China's reputation as a military bastion is well known, but this monumental structure served a variety of functions that went beyond the scope of war and defense. Its significance stretched into the realms of culture, economy, and even politics, weaving a complex tapestry that has been integral to the history of China. Economic control and trade regulation. The wall functioned as a powerful tool for economic management. Its fortresses and gates acted as customs points where goods were taxed, enabling the imperial government to exert significant control over Silk Road trade. This regulation not only ensured a steady income for the state but also allowed for the monitoring of goods and people entering and exiting the empire. Markets that developed around these points became bustling centers of commerce, facilitating cultural exchange and contributing to the economic vibrancy along the wall. Cultural symbol and demarcation of civilization. Culturally, the Great Wall represented the boundary between the Chinese civilization and the nomadic tribes of the north. It was seen as a physical manifestation of the divide between the orderly agricultural society of the Han Chinese and the barbaric pastoralist lifestyle. This symbolic separation was a powerful statement of identity and served as a unifying image for the people within the empire, reinforcing a sense of shared heritage and purpose. Administration and surveillance. Politically, the wall was a means of asserting the emperor's presence across vast territories. The network of watchtowers and fortifications enabled the central government to keep a watchful eye on the frontier, ensuring quick communication and effective administration of these remote areas. The presence of the wall also facilitated the collection of detailed cartographic information and the enforcement of laws in distant provinces. Environmental protection. On a more practical level, sections of the Great Wall have contributed to environmental protection by acting as barriers against desertification. The wall's bulk has helped to prevent the spread of sand from the Gobi Desert into more fertile lands, preserving agricultural areas and sustaining local communities. Social aspect and human stories. Beyond these roles, the wall has been the setting for countless human stories. It has witnessed the passage of soldiers, merchants, monks, and emissaries. The lives and tales of these individuals are etched into the fabric of the wall, from inscriptions left by ancient guards to the folklore of nearby villagers. Each tower and pass tells a human story, a personal narrative that contributes to the collective history embodied by the wall. In modern times, the Great Wall has evolved to become a symbol of national pride and a reminder of China's enduring legacy. It attracts millions of visitors each year, its image used in everything from national promotion to international diplomacy. The wall remains a powerful emblem, not just of China's past but of its present and future aspirations. The human cost, revisiting the numbers. The creation of the Great Wall of China is a story of human toil and sacrifice on an almost unimaginable scale. Popular narratives often speak of the wall being a cemetery of sorts, as many of those who labored on it succumbed to the harsh conditions and the backbreaking work. The truth behind these tales is both complex and poignant, revealing the enormous human cost of this extraordinary endeavor. The workforce, soldiers, peasants, and prisoners. The workforce that built the wall was diverse, consisting of soldiers, peasants, convicts, and even political exiles. During the Qin dynasty, for instance, hundreds of thousands were conscripted to construct the original fortifications. Under the Ming, this number was even greater. Contemporary records from the Ming period suggest that upwards of 1 million men were employed at the height of the wall's construction. Life and death on the wall. The conditions these workers faced were brutal. The construction sites were located in remote and often perilous terrain. Workers had to contend with extreme temperatures, ranging from the scorching summers to the freezing winters. Food shortages were common, as was disease, and medical care was rudimentary at best. The death toll was exacerbated by the fact that many of the laborers were already weakened by poverty or the rigors of forced march to the construction sites. The mortality rates. While it is difficult to ascertain exact numbers, some estimates suggest that for every meter of the wall, one worker's life was lost. These figures, while not universally accepted, point to the staggering human impact of the wall's construction. However, it is important to note that archaeological research has not found widespread evidence of bodies buried within the wall, as some legends claim. Remembering the forgotten. Despite the enormous scale of the project, individual laborers are largely anonymous in historical records. Their identities, stories, and the precise number of lives lost have been swallowed by time. What remains is a general acknowledgement of their sacrifice. Monuments and museums along certain sections of the wall seek to honor these unnamed individuals, providing a glimpse into the lives of those who toiled and perished in its creation. The legacy of sacrifice. The human cost of the Great Wall adds a somber note to its grandeur. It serves as a reminder of the nameless multitudes who have given their lives in the service of their rulers' ambitions throughout history. The wall stands not only as a testament to human ingenuity and determination but also as a monument to the countless workers who paid the ultimate price for its existence. As we draw the narratives to a close, the Great Wall of China stands as a testament to the complexities of human history. It embodies the incredible feats humanity is capable of achieving and serves as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices that underpin our grandest accomplishments. The wall is not just a series of fortifications stretching across China's landscape, it is a mosaic of human stories, a symbol of cultural identity, and a legacy of the dynastic powers that shaped a nation. Acknowledging the myths and embracing the facts. Our journey through the myths and realities has revealed that while the wall may not be visible from space, and its construction was not consistent throughout, these embellishments do not diminish its grandeur. Instead, they enrich the narrative and serve as a reminder of our propensity for awe and the desire to ascribe greatness to the works of our ancestors. The wall's continued relevance. In contemporary times, the wall continues to captivate imaginations around the world. It is a monument that prompts reflection on the past and encourages contemplation of the future. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it reminds us of the universal value of preserving our shared heritage for future generations to study, understand, and appreciate. A symbol of resilience. More importantly, the Great Wall symbolizes the resilience and the enduring spirit of the people who built it. It is a physical representation of the centuries-old Chinese principle of Tianxia, which suggests that all land under the sky belongs to the emperor, and it is his duty to protect it. The wall's sheer existence is a narrative of survival, standing firm against the ravages of time and the elements. Final reflections. In reflecting on the Great Wall, we find a story interwoven with triumph and tragedy, a structure as complex in its history as it is in its construction. It challenges us to think critically about the tales we tell and the monuments we revere. As we separate fact from fiction, we gain not only a clearer picture of the past but also a deeper understanding of the human condition. The Great Wall, with all its historical layers and legends, continues to be an enduring symbol of human endeavor. It is a reminder that our history is not made up of simple truths but of a multitude of stories, interpretations, and, most importantly, the people whose efforts span the chasm of time.